point of the poem is to imitate that moment between waking and sleep, when images just sort of come to the mind and we don't think that things happen. It's not like it's a dream, it's not like we're thinking. It's sort of like a long reflection on everything that happens during the day. Maybe there's someone we love or someone we care about, and we think on that, and maybe we imagine someone we've never met. We feel that love, and it's great, or maybe it's terrible, maybe it's a nightmare. Maybe it's like when we're children and before we go to sleep and we think illogically, or maybe too logically, about death, about all the terrible things that could or can happen to us. So the poem imitates that, or tries to create that space. It's not as though these are those images, but the simulacrum, the replication, interpretation on that. The poem is called To Sleep. Miss not the moment devoid of expression, meaningless codical, inarticulate will, colorless, the unwedded error of vision, or parables lost in mortality's endless creation. In the unwinding heat of human despair, I sit eternally. What was lost then and now drifts. Incense crawls out of ash, act of some small god sputtering at the end of a stick. Bells ring relentless for the lost and the forgotten. See, behind the mountains, even morning, that naked thief hidden under a diadem of running gold cannot escape. Birds flit in twitter around his great heaving shoulders. He inches an eye above those razor peaks. What bird song bleeding, uninterrupted jest of a swan's hoarse call. Oh, the evening cricket, an autumn night, when the wind blesses memory and grass stirs, a cool air struck, and sense is excited from a hanging bough. Listen to the evening trumpet. And the shadows of a sleeping head pressed against the clovers, meaning must unfold as the tulips from the earth in early spring. Our eyes cringe into the mellifluous folds of the moon. Evanescent spectator, impartial being breaths the pallor of his dead morning. Here, the cherubim, beneath an awning. In the space between us, stillness swells a moment into an impassioned silence that, with the rain's persistent patter, speaks more than vanishing fancy could ever know. And now, as motion slows along its cam, and the last jets of luminescence leave our stare, the arrival, long expected, of sleep, hush light, the dim intimacy of a filament, our bare flesh. I dream of a shadow upon the moon's bright star. At the midnight hour, the sound of all unending, again, as it had once before, struck relentless into the heart of sense. The stirring of an arm, the limbs of time rolled across dread deserts, stitched in blood and bone. Drab markers of an unknown beast who nursed its destiny at its breast, only to let it rot in the scattered ruins of history where breath is lost, in the monotonous whisper of the red sands moaning, sinking, it sinks.